What's going on, guys? Out here with another video, and I want to make this, I'm going to try to make this as short as possible because I do want to go live and I do want to talk about this, and probably going to try to do this out. I hope I can do it tomorrow, which will be Friday or Saturday. It doesn't look like I'm going to be totally busy. But anyway, this whole election thing that's going on, man, this is really concerning, and I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, like I am. Whether you vote or you don't vote, whether you believe in the government, whether you hate America, whether you love America, I think that we all need to be concerned right now, because if anybody who has eyes can see, and no matter how you feel about Trump or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whoever, we can clearly see as people who have two eyes and a functioning brain that there's something fishy going on with the election. I'm not saying that it's being stolen. I'm not saying that the Democrats are trying to pull something off here. All I'm saying is that with this election going, all of the stuff that's going on in the election should be pretty concerning. And the reason is because it shows how much power the government actually has. That, and like I said, once again, I'm going to preface this by saying no matter how you feel about Donald Trump, the government shows that no matter who you think you are or what position of power that you're in, if they can use propaganda, if they can continue to keep your name circulating in the media and paint you as a certain person, then they can get the whole world to hate you. And if they want to make sure that you're no longer a person of interest, they can set up laws and they could do all types of things to paint you as a certain person. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because, I'm not saying that Donald Trump is, the best president ever, or he's one of the best presidents or whatever. I'm trying to stay away from that because people will hear that in the video, or they'll hear what I'm saying in the video, and they'll say, oh, this guy must be a Trump supporter. Let's not listen to what he says. It has nothing to do with any of that. Basically, who I'm talking to is Christians right now. All of you guys who are Hebrew Israelites and you self-identify as conscious or whatever, woke church or whatever, I'm not even talking to you guys. You guys can exit the video right now and just go somewhere else, because I'm talking to sound Bible-believing Christians. I'm not talking about people who want to self-identify as some other people group, some false group. You might as well just go ahead and just leave the video right now. I'm not talking to you guys. But anyway, as a Christian, this should be very alarming to you, because if they can do what they're doing to the president, imagine what they can do to us as Christians. Like I said, whether you follow Trump, whether you support him, whether you like him, whether you hate him, whether you don't support him or what, this should be very concerning. Because we know after this election, like it was before Donald Trump got in office, there was a microscope and there was kind of a spotlight on Christian evangelicals. And what's going to happen is that, because I've heard it being said in the media, that a big part of Donald Trump's success was because of the Christian evangelicals. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, they were talking about the white evangelicals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the way that these people look at it is that if you're a Christian, then you self-identify as evangelical, or they're going to identify you as evangelical, and then they'll turn around and say, well, these are the same people that helped Donald Trump get in office. So therefore we have to crack down on people who are Christian, because we don't want this to happen again. And before Barack Obama was out of office, there was a lot of things that were happening in the Christian community that a lot of people were not aware of, there was certain rights and liberties and all types of stuff being taken away. You had the whole cake baker thing where the two gay guys just kept coming back just because they wanted to see the man's shop close down. And I mean, which is sad, you know, and we're talking about, this is before Trump. This is while Barack Obama was in office. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that this is a very, very interesting time, you know, and I encourage you guys to really, really be prepared, because if they can do this to a person who is the president of the United States, who we believe has the most power in the country, if they can come together collectively and just constantly every night just, you know, bash, slander, propaganda, censor him in the media, censor him on these big platforms like Twitter, Facebook, all the social media, if they can censor him and conservatives on these social media accounts, how do you not think that they'll do the same thing to you? Look at the lockdowns. What were there? Look at California. Some of you may not like John MacArthur. Fine. Okay, whatever. I get it. But no one can sit here and say what happened to John MacArthur and his church in California is something that is okay. And I believe that they're going to come back after him. I do. I really believe that they're going to say, once this is all over, I believe that they're going to target his church. And for those who don't know, John MacArthur, his church, that was forcing them to shut his church down. Now, John MacArthur did everything right. He said, I'm shutting down, we're doing social distancing, whatever. Then when they started opening up all of these other businesses, and they started allowing a lot of these protests and all of these things to go on, people looting, doing all of this stuff, no masks, no social distancing, you know, John MacArthur said, well, okay, well, wait, hold on, you know, we need to start opening up our church. I mean, you guys are still tightening the restrictions on us, then how come you guys are not tightening down the restrictions on everyone else? So when he got ready to open up his church, they kept harassing them, hounding them, fining them, doing all of this stuff. I think he had to take some of the stuff to the courts. I don't know if it was the Supreme Court or what, but they ended up, relieving all of the restrictions on him and his church. And I just want people to know, like after this election, man, this is not going to be a win for anyone. Like, it's just so concerning to me as a Christian, because they're not going to come after these Hebrew Israelites. They ain't going to come after the woke church. I mean, you know, they're not going to come after the conscious community. They're not even worried about any of those guys, man. But the people that they are most concerned about is us as Christians, because we have a government that does not want to submit to God. So when they don't submit to God, they have an attitude towards, or they hate people who do submit themselves to God, such as us. You know, Jesus said, they hated me first, they're going to hate you as well. You know, no student is above his master. They persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. And I just want us to prepare, you know. Although right now, as I'm making this video, we don't know the election results. You know, we don't know what's going to come out, you know, out of this. Even if Trump does get reelected and he does have another 4 more years, you know, or if Joe Biden gets elected and he becomes president, this should be concerning regardless. No matter who wins. If Trump pulls this off and people who like Trump say, oh man, you know, we really dodged a bullet, it's not that, man. It's not about that. Because if they can pull this off with a sitting president during the most important election possibly of our time, us as a church, we don't stand a chance here in America or in the world, because this world is controlled by Satan. And I say all of that to say that this is why the gospel is so important. Because we know that when we're gone, we're going to be with the Lord. But there's a lot of people who don't know that. And there's a lot of people who's caught up in all of these politics. You know, they're cultural Christians. They don't they don't really have a heart for God. They only have a heart for their self-interest. And sometimes we all can get wrapped up in that to a certain extent. But this is why we have to continue to give the gospel, spread the gospel. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, do you think that, this whole thing, I'm looking too much into this whole election thing? Do you believe that no matter what happens in the election, that if Joe Biden wins the election, this is just going to be a win for Christians regardless? Or do you think that, hey, no matter who wins this election, we should all be concerned, especially as Christians? And this is the time where we need to get our households in order. But no matter what you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, like this video, rate it once again, share it, subscribe, hit that notifications bell like I always say in my videos, because once I upload a video, you guys will be the first ones to see it, and you can check it out as soon as it goes, as soon as it uploads, even as soon as I go live. You guys will be notified. Even 30 minutes before I go live, you guys get a notification. And I guess that's just basically it, man. You guys have a blessed day.